Okay, I'm back. Yeah, that. Well, you know how YouTube does. You gotta stand at 10 minutes. So I had to start this over. Anyway, what was I saying about the Tibet? Yeah, Tibet bedtime. Yeah. I think that'd be good for some people that that work like a 9 to 5 or be in an office setting. You know what I'm saying? That do like a lot of paperwork type, research or whatever, because it's like when the bell chimes, it's supposed to act as a trigger for you to just, step away from what you're doing, clear your mind for a moment, and just, meditate for a minute, take a few deep breaths, get yourself in a peaceful place, and then get back to work, woosah, that type of thing. And I thought about that, and I was like, that seems useful to me, as far as and I do that, and I go ahead and add it on my computer, so it does it. Every so often I hear it, and it's my cue to like, okay, take a breath, then get back to what I was doing. So just a little side note. Alright, let's go to the next one. Just did Muppet Baby, so I guess actually this is a continuation video of the first. And for those of you that are watching this and did not watch the first one, I'll say that I am feeling reminiscent of my childhood, like cartoons and TV shows I used to watch back then. So just kind of strolling down memory lane. So come join me. Alright, this is a big one, probably one of my favorites. I played DuckTales with another one. This was one of my favorites, definitely. Saturday morning cartoon, probably the main one I used to look forward to watching. Yeah, what's the name of that? They sing out in chorus, marching along as their song fills the air. Gummy bears, bouncing here and there and everywhere. We are the gummy bears. The longest the secret of gummy bear juice. The legend is growing, things right and running. Whatever they do, gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. Running and every other day. They are the gummy bears. They are the gummy bears. Gummy bears, right? What? No, I used to love that. Still do. Also, I was thinking, you can tell, music is a big part of life, as far as, listening to music, how music affect. Like, for me personally, music is the soundtrack of my life. Different songs take me back to different eras of my life. I can listen to, whatever, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember when I was doing that came out, And as far as pop culture goes, you can see where music was at in its popularity back in the 80s, because that's when the biggest things running was rock and roll bands, heavy metal bands, a lot of what we call hair bands now were the ones that ruled back then, and you can see that in the influence in cartoons, because the style of music is more of a rock type music, and it's like when you get into the 90s up into the 2000s, you hear more hip hop in music. I mean, cartoons, because that's what was more mainstream at the time. So that's a little observation. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see what we got here. That's a good one. They've actually remade this, and it's all right. I watched the movie, the newest one, cartoon, and it wasn't bad. It was pretty good, but you know, as far as this TV show, it doesn't touch the original. So here we go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtle Power, and they're green. These turtle boys don't come no slack. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Glitter taught them to be ninja kings. He's a radical raptor. He's not a lead, not a fellow dust machine. It's a jigger, rapid and cool. That's right, Jack. But the legend know is a party tonight. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtle Power. Yeah, that was hot. Oh no, he's playing again. Yeah, that was hot. Yeah, the original was the best. You know. And I remember having those toys. You know, that's another thing. You know, think about as a child how crazy you used to get over like toys, man. I want the band. I want this and that. Like, you know. And I never really noticed it till I became an adult. And now, you know, I still watch cartoons, you know, every now and then, you know, and like I say, as an adult, you pay attention to different things. Like now, I look at, you know, just thinking about television shows as a whole and who they market themselves to, you know, and so I've started noticing myself paying more attention to as I watch shows, not just cartoons, but different types of shows. You know, I watch the types of commercials that are associated with that show, and you know, if you pay attention, you can tell what demographic that they're pushing towards, that they're attracting themselves to. Like cartoons, you see a lot of commercials for toys, cereals, like the little infomercials for like the little retarded stuff, you know, but kids like it, you know, like I saw this one, it's like this, it's like a bendable wax, you know, and, you know, they make it like you can take it and sculpt, it's supposed to be like a, kind of like a Play-Doh type stuff, and you can bend them and sculpt them and different things and whatever. You know, to me, I'm like, okay, that's retarded, but as a child, you know, you look at that like, wow, you know, I can make a butterfly out of wax, you know, streams of wax or something. And so, you know, anyway, I mean, you know, I just remember having those, watch commercials, you know, like I watching the little intro thing, and you know, it's just like different toys was coming by, cause like you see the Ninja Turtles, and then like the van, and then like that big round thing with the big eye on top of it. I remember they used to sell that. I wanted that, and like the little flying jetpack thing, and, you know, all those little toys just was, you know, flashing in my mind. I was like, I want it, you know. And you always had that one friend that like had everything, and you had maybe like one thing, you know, and you know, you just be so jealous, because like, I mean, you always want to play with this stuff, but then it's like you didn't, because, you know, you had to go home eventually, but, you know, he was still playing with his, you know, he had all the stuff, and he was just so nonchalant about it, and you just like, you know, screw you, pal. It's like, well, whatever. Alright, see you next go around.